blessed days. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm just going to be giving you guys a life update and talk about where I am right now. It's going to be short, simple, just sharing where I'm at in case you guys wanted to know. But before we do, make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for 200 subscribers. I am extremely proud of myself for being consistent since last fall. Oh my gosh. A year? No, not even last year. 2 years ago. Which is crazy to say, but thank you guys so much. I appreciate your support. Comment down below what's your biggest life update right now, and I'm going to start by sharing you guys mine. Of course, since this is a sit-down talk video, I do have my laptop out, so you're going to see me glance at it, but this is just because I want to make sure I'm hitting all the points that I want to share. So we're going to start off with college. Where I am right now is I just started school this week that I'm filming this. I am getting into the groove of learning the material because I want to raise my GPA. Last semester was really rough for me, and this semester I want to bring my GPA back up and just do better in school in general. I'm spending more time learning the material. I'm still doing the lecture videos, and they're so long. I have a 20-minute video to watch today, but we're going to do it even though it's optional because it is a practice problem, and I want to make sure going into the exam in 2 weeks, I know my material. I'm making connections. I sent my teacher an email letting him know I'm excited to learn this course and just getting to know me because I usually just ignore it, but I need to make connections because one day I'm going to need letters of recommendation. It may lead to a job opportunity. Right now I'm working on a group project and I'm making sure I'm being active and, sharing my opinion and thoughts so that my group has my input, but also so I can make those connections because these are people all over the world, and I'm working with someone who lives in Japan. I need to be making those connections because who knows later in the road where it's going to lead to. And then I'm also getting ready to start looking around for internships for this summer. I'm nervous but excited. I know I need the experience. I am a second semester sophomore who will be, hopefully if I stay on track, graduating early. So I want to make sure I have enough experience to where I can get a job and not have to continue to work at Target. I want to use my degree and set myself off strong when I get out of college. So the job market is rough, and if I can give myself that experience and pray, I'm hoping that I can get there. Now we're going to talk about where I'm at in my spiritual life. I am having slow and intentional mornings with God. I wake up, I'm on my knees having real conversations when I'm talking to him in prayer, and then I'm straight to my Bible study and journaling. I know people say it doesn't matter what time you do it, but for me, I have to do it in the morning. Else the later it gets, the less I'm going to want to do it. I'm also at night doing the daily verse from the YouVersion Bible. I feel like that just gives me that little add-on, ending my night with the verse. And I also use those verses and share them on my TikTok so that others can read the verse of the day with me as well in case they don't have YouVersion. Excuse me, sorry. My goal this year was every month to learn a Bible verse and apply it to my life. So I am still working on James 1:19 for the month. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. And that's the verse that I'm learning and applying every single day this month. I am giving tithes. I never would give tithes when I had a job. It was just never something I thought applied to me, but I also wasn't truly saved. Now that I am saved and I'm back to church, I am paying my tithes every single time I get a paycheck. It may not, sometimes it's bigger than others, but I know that I'm supposed to. The Lord says to give back, and I'm being obedient, so I'm giving my tithes. And then I'm also working on starting to look around for some church outfits. I know church isn't a fashion show, but I want to elevate my church wear to give woman and not girl. Last week I wore a bow in my hair, and I know for some people bows, you can be a woman and wear a bow. I have nothing against that, but for me, it was giving childish, and I took it off immediately. So I want to elevate my church wear so that I'm giving the woman I am becoming and not the little girl who I used to be. That way I have where I'm at physically. I am working out 3 times a week, and I have been consistent with that, and I'm super proud of myself. I'm doing 30 minutes on the bike, and then every Sunday I rotate between abs, arms, just so I can get, something besides legs. And I'm going to start adding in butt, because even though your girl has a butt, it can always be more muscle and better. I am making better eating choices. Today is probably the first day where I feel content with what I'm eating. I had breakfast. I just got my braces retightened and I took off my expander and they really hurt me. So my teeth are sore. So eating what I can, but still making better choices, smaller portions, stopping when full. Like, I made 3 Salisbury steak meatballs and homemade mashed potatoes for dinner last night, and I really wanted 2 bowls today, but I stopped at 1 because I'm truly not hungry. So I'm definitely doing better today with my eating habits, and I want to continue that. I do good when I'm at work, but when I'm home and it's off options is where I struggle, and I need to be extremely disciplined here. So today I'm implementing that, and I do feel really good about it, but recently I haven't been, so I'm not going to sit here and say I'm perfect, but we're learning and we're working. I am snacking less. I haven't really been a huge snacker lately. If I do have a snack, it's just once a day. I'm making my doctor's appointments and going to them. I struggle with that. I hate the doctor. I hate being in pain. I hate anything around that. I'm scared of needles, terrified. So, especially me having braces, my worst thing is having things done in my mouth. It's always so painful. But I'm going to my appointments because this year we're pouring into ourselves, even if it is cosmetic. Like, braces, cosmetic. But I want to better myself this year, and that includes straightening my teeth. I will have these on until 2027 of September. It's just how long I have to have them. I'm having surgery on my wrist. It has been hurting me since last July. I made that appointment. I'm having surgery. I went to the eye doctor, had an eye exam, got some new glasses, new lenses. And next week I get the results from my sleep study. I'm making all my appointments and I'm going to them. And I'm so proud of myself because I need to learn to pour into my health. I ignore my health so much, and that's just not a good thing for me to even start at the young age I am. I'm also spending time on, I'm resting more. I'm learning to, when I'm exhausted, just to stop what I'm doing and just sleep. Letting myself sleep in, not setting alarms for 6 in the morning when I don't have to be at work till 12. Yes, it is great to have a full morning routine before I go to work, but I can have a full morning routine at 8 a.m. and still do everything and then go to work. So I'm wanting to rest and give myself that breathing point so I don't burn out as much this year. For my mental, I feel like I'm doing really good right now. I'm listening to my body, whether it's telling me I'm sore, tired, just not feeling it. I am being disciplined, but I am listening and taking account to just some days aren't going to be productive and ongoing. Some days I just need time to do nothing. I'm separating myself from drama, both family, work, all that. I deleted Facebook because once I think about it, Facebook is just where you go to be nosy in other people's lives and catch up on drama, and I don't want any of that. So I cut off I deleted Facebook. I am reading self-help books. I've been reading Atomic Habits for 2 years. Yeah. So this is the year I'm finally going to finish it. My goal is to finish it at least by March. It's a really good book, and I know it's good because I remember the things that I read even 2 years ago. But seriously, 2 years, and I'm not even halfway through the book. So this year is the year we're gonna finish that book and read some more. I want to read some financial literacy books. I want to read about sleep and just different self-help books in general. I'm gonna remind myself what I'm working for and on. So I'm working for a better future for myself, more financial stability. And I'm doing that. I'm working on saving money, less impulse spending. I'm doing all that. I have a whole financial section, so we'll talk about that. But I'm reminding myself what I'm working on and for. And then lastly, I'm spending time on what I love. I genuinely enjoy. I've been loving editing recently, so I've been spending more time on that. I enjoy coloring. So yesterday, me and Gabby sat down and colored. I enjoy working on my bullet journals, so I'm trying to make time for that, listening to music and reading. So I want to pour into what I love and make sure that I do it because it brings me joy. For my financial, I am saving up for a car. I, by summer, need to have a vehicle to get myself to and from work. I'm going to be working full-time, hopefully, at Target, which I am working part-time now. I want to get an internship. I don't know if there's any digital marketing internships near me, but my goal would be to get an internship. But also, it's just not to have a car to go run errands, take myself to my own appointments without having to ask someone for a ride. So that summer, I want to have my own transportation. I am filling up my budget binders. I love budgeting my binders. Unfortunately, this paycheck I got today, I can't because I'm taking my younger cousin shopping for her birthday. Homegirl needs a lot, so I know I'm going to spend a lot of money. And then I'm going out of town this weekend, so I just need to not do it this weekend, which sucks, but I do have some money put aside for the shopping, so it won't be too bad. And then I'm pouring into myself and my family members. For Kyra and Ariela's birthday, Kyra is turning 3 and Ariela is turning 4. I told my aunt and my cousin that I would take them shopping, so I already bought Kyra stuff. I bought her school clothes. She starts school in February, so I bought her some clothes for that. I also bought her princess dress because for their birthdays this weekend we're going to Disney on Ice. And I bought Ariela Tiana, and then I'm taking her in-person shopping. She just got a vanity, so I'm going to take her to get some things to fill that. I'm going to take her to Five Below, and then we're also going to go to a couple stores and get her some school clothes. She just had a growth spurt, and she doesn't have much, so I'm going to pour into my family, helping out when needed. I have a part-time job, which gives me a consistent income. Sometimes it fluctuates and decreases because with school, I'm not working as much. But it's truly better than nothing. And what I get, I can pay my school loan with and then save the rest. I am treating myself to expensive things. It just got delivered today. I bought it last night. My AirPods are breaking. They don't really play as good anymore. So I treated myself to the AirPods 4. And I'm not treating myself every time I get a paycheck. But it's just nice to be able to say I bought that for myself. So I treated myself to that this month, and I'm going to be doing that at least every month. I want to treat myself like next month in February. I want to buy my suitcase because it's official. We are going to Florida this summer, and it's going to be super fun. We are staying for more than a week, which we typically don't do anymore on vacation, so I'm super excited. So I'm going to treat myself to a suitcase in February so I don't have to worry about it later. And stay tuned. Maybe I'll do a series about showing what I treat myself with to each month. And then I'm doing less impulse purchasing. I am a huge impulse purchaser, and I always regret it. So there's sure we're being more intentional. Like I have a shopping list of when I'm out. And I do know for a fact that if Five Below has some cute pajamas everyone's getting, yeah, girl, we'll be getting some because I've been in the market for some new ones. But we are definitely planning out what we're buying instead of impulse buying, so we're not spending so much money. Next, we're going to talk about where I am at with my family. I am learning to spend more intentional quality time with them. Because once you think about it, family is truly all you have. Friends come and go, and so does family. So once you find those good family members, I'm learning to pour into them. I'm treating them, especially those who treat me. I know we don't do tit for tat, but it does make you want to spend more time with somebody and treat them better when the relationship is equal. I'm helping my aunt around the house. If you see me on TikTok, you know last year was rough because I feel like I was the only one doing things. And my aunt has stepped up a lot. She is helping with the dishes. Although, granted, she does work and pay the bills, so I never complained to her. But there's 2 other adults in this house who do absolutely nothing. So it's nice to see that she's helping me, especially because now I'm working and in school. And I'm still pursuing content. So it's been nice to not have to do everything today. Like yesterday, she did the dishes, and when I get done with this video, I'm about to get in there and do the dishes too. And I'm learning to just be happy around my family. There's a lot of childhood trauma and feelings there which make me angry with my family. And although forgive and forget doesn't exist, I am forgiving and learning to move on or leave those feelings behind, because when I do that, I truly feel happy with my family, and I can't go back and change how I was treated or how they made me feel. But I can move on and make sure that when it's time for me to have kids, I'm not doing that. Or even Gabby and Kyra now, they're not my kids, but they live with us. And I'm making sure that I'm not treating them how I was treated and making me feel. The last section we're going to talk about is miscellaneous, just because it's a couple of random things I just wanted to mention about where I'm at right now. I did mention this with church outfits, but in general, we are elevating our wardrobe to fit the woman, we're becoming. This top is a prime example that I got this from Walmart. It's just a basic tee, but I'm going to pair it with a brown jacket because I'm taking my cousin shopping today. We're going to go celebrate both their birthdays. And I'm going to pair it with my UGG gym shoes I got for Christmas. So I'm going to definitely do an OOTD. Make sure you go check out TikTok. And I usually post it on my YouTube shorts as well. But we're elevating. Our hair is going to be done, our clothes. And it's not about being in a fashion show and wearing expensive things. I just want to feel good in what I'm wearing. And when I do feel good, I just have a better overall attitude. Next, we're creating more and better quality content. When I got a new phone, it completely deleted all my TikTok drafts, which I did not think about to download. So I had to start fresh, and it is making me edit more consistently and post in real time. So each day my goal is to record at least 2 videos and then to edit. I'm a little bit behind in editing because school just starting has been kicking my butt, but we're gonna get caught up so you guys can have some higher quality content. I'm starting to embrace change. My word of the year is embrace. It's just, change is going to happen. And in order to grow, you have to change. So I'm learning to just be okay with it and accept it and giving myself grace that it's going to be hard, but I need it. And then lastly, I just have a desire to be better this year. And I think that's why this year is different than last. It's because I'm not just sitting there doing a vision board and just saying I want to do these things and waiting for them to happen. Every day I'm actively working towards everything that I put on that board, because if nothing changes, nothing changes. So I'm making sure that I keep that motivation up. It's not just a new year, new me. It's just going to be a new year better and improved me. That is my life update and where I am right now. Comment down below where you are. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you again so much for 200 subscribers. And I'm going to see you in the next video. Comment down below what you want to see next. Bye, besties.